Coming up next, the Pacers taking on the 76ers. For the Pacers, a strong season, 4th place in the Eastern Conference, and gunning for that top 3. Sixers, Pacers, tip-off coming right up. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. On our sideline reporting tonight, Allie LaForce. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Thursday, they'll be facing Bam Adebayo and the Miami Heat. And then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier said than done.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. MP out there with Kelly Oubre, and it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Pacers, in the front court, the forwards Mathurin and Siakam. Halliburton is out there with Aaron Nesmith, and it's Jackson in at the 5 spot. Here's Mathurin, 6 to shoot. And now that we are well past the halfway point of the season, DB, what are you most looking forward to?
I think, Kevin, this is the first time of the year where you start to consider, well, I'll tell you, the playoff positioning is starting to take shape. The potential first-round matchups become intriguing. I can't wait to see how things end up.
Embiid with the bucket.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
And the rejection by Embiid. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Philadelphia on D. Bounce pass, Halliburton. Here's Siakam. Outside Mathurin, just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from the wing. That misses off the backboard.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
Here's Embiid. Good on the bucket. Embiid's got his second bucket.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength, Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
Now, here's Nesmith. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
MP outside. Pass to Maxey. MP with a screen on Siakam.
Guys, I don't see how you can't be excited about the future for MP. This guy's got a great head on his shoulders. His first focus is winning, and you don't see that often from a young man this age.
You know, you just can't say enough about this. Statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
And Kevin, something we'd only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right? That's the kind of dynamic, prolific dominance you've got to exhibit to manufacture a stat line like that.
MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
And all all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance MP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor.
Now, Mathurin, after the missed 3 from Tyrese Maxey. Here's the 3. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist from Mathurin.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
Screen by MP. Pass to Edgecombe. MT inside. Defended by Mathurin. And the dunk by MP.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Pacers trail by 5. And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll that will incur the tax. But right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with a maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
Now here's Jackson. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Siakam, and he uses the glass on the layup. Siakam's got 5.
Well, this to me is where he can be a force. Siakam, a 3-level scorer in the painted area, very dangerous.
Embiid, the pass to MP. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. For Indiana, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. And the shot goes in from Siakam.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
MP kicks to Oubre. Back to MP. Going inside. And the dunk by MP.
Get used to seeing that over the next 10-plus seasons. MP taking flight.
And so Siakam will bring it up for Indiana. It's a 3-point game. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Just 3 to shoot. Halliburton for 3. Drops in the tray. And it's a tie ball game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Kendall. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Indiana's gone 2 of 5 from 3-point land here in the first quarter. Siakam passes to Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Boy, we have seen Pascal Siakam really elevate his passing skills. What an outstanding distribution right there.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Timberwolves was outstanding. He dropped 69 points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. And really, it's a game that will stand out when you look at his career, considering how absurd some of those numbers are. Guys?
Great stuff, Allie. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
MP kicks to Oubre. Offline with his 3.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
A nice shot by Nesmith.
Oh, Aaron Nesmith gets a look from the painted area and makes sure it's good.
The 76ers trail by 3. Pass to Embiid. Screen by MP. Maxey passes to MP. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Siakam misses. Philadelphia has gone 0-3 from 3-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Oubre can't get it to go.
Oh, he missed the chippy. What are the odds? That's so frustrating.
And the dunk by Jackson.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Buffs jacked in. Toppin comes in for Pascal Siakam. Andrew Nembhard's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Nesmith. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Paul George comes in for Oubre. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Edgecombe. And Jared McCain subbed in for Maxey.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The three from George. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Halliburton. His last outing with 20 points.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
You know, Doris, Tyrese Halliburton has got to be up there when you think about the top passers in the NBA.
Kev, he's always amongst the league leaders in assists. This guy plays in the perfect system for him. You want to be up-tempo and letting him sort of improvise and master the position. He is brilliant.
Here's Nembhard after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Pass to Toppin. To halt the run, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And Indiana making a change here. Furphy's checked in. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, MP.
You know, just looking back at things, I'd be hard-pressed to find a more complete stretch of games by anyone in the league. He was getting it done and stuffing the stat sheet night in and night out on both ends of the floor. Truly a dominant run. They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
George with the bucket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now, here's McConnell. Nothing on the board. And the rejection by MP. McCain finds MP. Jacks up a 3. A nice shot by McCain. And now a 12-point 76ers lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the 76ers.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
The Pacers shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game. 3 on the clock. Nembhard with it. Now defended by MP.
Wow, the defensive instincts of MP shining through on that block.
And the dunk by MP.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Shepard's checked in for Walker. And how about the play of some of the rookies around the league so far? Here is the rookie race, as all these first-year players have made big splashes in the league and certainly have bright futures ahead of them. While you look at Edgecombe, he's just not quite in the running at this point, and while he's had a pretty good season, it doesn't look like he'll be a contender.
And you can't give him anything but major credit for what he's been able to do here in his rookie season.
Well, listen, you guys know how hard it is to predict how a guy will handle his first year. But now, with almost a full season behind us, we can say he's shown a ton of character this year.
Pacers trail by 13. Now, Siakam. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
Pass to McCain. Toppin with the steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. McConnell kicks to Toppin. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
Toppin against MP. MP sets the screen for McCain. And he's good on the 3 ball.
building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We come back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
McConnell and Nembhard at guard. We'll be topping out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's Huff in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
For Indiana, they come into this one following a loss to the Mavericks. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
When it comes to underappreciated players, Doris, in the league, Pascal Siakam comes to mind.
You know, Kev, underrated is a word you have to be careful with because these guys are all NBA players. But Pascal Siakam is always available. He's a two-way force. He can score in many kinds of systems, and he is going to absorb an elite defensive assignment. This guy is so good.
The 76ers making a switch here. Bonus checked in. And during his brief career, Andrew Nembhard has shown he has a sense of the moment.
Kevin, there are...
And again for three.
Now claiming the mark for hitting the 5th most threes in a season. Wow.
A tremendous feat. It's incredible how he can control the game from the perimeter. Nembhard with it. Scoreless thus far. And he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
This is one of the many things Paul George has done to help their offense. Effective ball movement.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Pacers. They trail by 18. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game, offensive rebounding, or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
You know, if you're going to create more points, you need to create extra possessions. And getting wiped out on the boards kept that from happening.
The drive by MP. 5 on the clock. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. From deep, Maxey. Over McConnell. Kendall. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the 76ers lead by 20.
That plays about two things. Effort and awareness by MP to track down the board and get the bucket.
And here's McConnell. 9 points last game. To the inside. Toppin kicks to McConnell. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. The 76ers, #1. Second, the Pacers.
These two teams have really passed the ball well all season. They share it, they move it. It's really a pleasure to watch how they approach the game.
Edgecombe, he's checked in for Quentin Grimes. Another shot. Edgecombe, no good.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Pass to Siakam. Here's Nembhard. Toppin sets a screen for Nembhard. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And the rejection by MP. Halliburton's checked in for Indiana. Here's Halliburton. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
Halliburton, a huge part of this offense, which is why he has the confidence in these catch-and-shoot situations. No hesitation.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Pass to Edgecombe. MP with the bounce pass. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Another miss by Philadelphia.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And they recover it. Toppin kicks to McConnell. Back to Toppin. Misses the three.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey, the Pacers have shown that they can be a threat in the East. Coach Rick Carlisle said, there's nothing wrong with high expectations. What you don't want is a situation of apathy, where expectations are low and all you're ever doing is selling hope. That's not why I came here. Back to you, Kevin.
They're for real. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. The three ball. The three-pointer is right on target. MP's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, for the most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
Halliburton kicks to Toppin. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
To the middle. Back to George. Philadelphia moving the ball around. From deep. The Pacers pull it in.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Outside for Halliburton. Siakam outside. And the rejection by MP. The Pacers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Pacers. Pass to McConnell. Jackson setting the pick here for Siakam. To stop the drought. There's the three. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
MP kicks to Maxey. From past the arc. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Siakam, a screen on Maxey. Bounce pass from McConnell. Halliburton inside the three-point line. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Halliburton's got 4 this quarter. Pass to Edgecombe. From downtown, rebounded by Jackson. The Pacers shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Tremendous lead pass. Boy, that makes your teammates happy, folks.
MP kicks to Maxey. Back to MP. Out left to the wing. No one near Edgecombe as he lets it fly. Cans it from downtown.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
McConnell scanning the floor. Siakam finds McConnell. Shot clock at 6. Back to Siakam. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Siakam's got 18 points.
Oh, an immediate response from Pascal. How about that three?
Outside, Maxey. Pass to MP. Outside, Maxey. Kicks it out to MP. Back to Maxey. Connects again from distance.
He's been hitting threes at a very high level, and we haven't seen many better from beyond.
That last triple ties him for the fourth most made in a single season. Pass to Siakam. Halliburton outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Edgecombe. MP dishes to George. And a wide-open look for MP. Another three for Philadelphia.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Pass to Nembhard. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. Nembhard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Kendall. MP sets the screen for Edgecombe. And the layup falls. Edgecombe's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Nice play by Edgecombe. He has the strength and body control to finish.
Left side, Halliburton. Lets a floater go. Siakam misses.
Boy, that mid-range area, he just didn't look comfortable. Let's be honest.
George finds Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Good on the triple. MP's got 30 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Siakam passes to McConnell. And here's Jackson trying his luck from deep. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low. And Embiid throws it down.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
There's a minute left in the first half of the game. Pass to McConnell. Siakam outside. Indiana again missing. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 16-6 run. Into the lane, and Edgecombe gets it to go. Edgecombe's got 11 points.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Siakam, the bounce pass. And Jackson throws it down hard.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. MP finds Maxey. Now MP. MP with a screen on McConnell. Good, another from 3.
This is amazing. That moves him into 4th place alone on the list of most three-pointers in a season.
It's been fantastic to witness. A year like this doesn't happen often.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. 76ers on top, ending the second quarter with a huge surge. An 18-7 run. Live from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us.
Their three-point shooting, wow. I didn't get a math degree, but I didn't go to Shack University either. I do know a little thing about threes.
Yeah, Kenny, I heard you applied to Shack University. Denied.
And it's time now for the And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. MP out there with Embiid, and it's Oubre in at the 3. And Doris Rick Carlisle, now in his second stint, is the head coach of the Indiana Pacers.
But he is a basketball lifer, Kevin. Over 2 decades as an NBA head coach, he has seen it all. Remember the 2011 title win in Dallas. His guidance has been a key to this Pacers' recent success.
Oubre, no one around him. Buries it from three-point range. Oubre's got his first 3 points of the game.
But he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3-and-D ability on the wing.
Took him no time at all on that one.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And MP throws it down hard.
Boy, MP, what a fancy finish.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Outside Mathurin. To the paint, here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
It's stolen by Mathurin. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. From 11 feet away, and again, it's Indiana.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
MP kicks to Embiid. Back to MP. Inside. Up and in on the layup. That's 36 points for MP.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
From the stripe, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Maxey into the lane, throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It goes on Aaron Nesmith. Drummond's checked in for Embiid, and this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
Halliburton outside to the wing right side. Here's Siakam. Rebound Andre Drummond.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it. We understand he's the leader of this offense. They look to get him the ball every chance they get.
Mathurin finds Nesmith. Sinks the triple. Nesmith has got 6 here in this quarter.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here.
Oh!
Yeah.
Goodness.
MP is cooking right now, and folks, this is exactly what we expected from this young man.
And Siakam has it in the corner. And the rejection by MP. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Philadelphia.
Number 5, Quentin Grimes.
And so here is Indiana. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. Unbelievable performance. He's got a quadruple double.
Well, MP not going to waste a transition opportunity.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Outside Jackson. Pass to Siakam. Indiana moving it around. And the rejection by MP.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Siakam again with the block.
What a defensive performance. 12 blocks.
Well, he's shutting them down right now. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Maxi's got 6 here in this quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
And they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Halliburton for 3. Pulls in another board. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied. And what a fantastic start here to the second half. They have yet to miss.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Pass to Nesmith. They need this. And the shot goes in. Nesmith has got 10. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And MP throws it down.
Oh, to have young legs. MP gets off his feet in a hurry for that finish.
I got it. The Pacers have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Halliburton against Maxey. Kicks it out to Siakam. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, it's in his head right now. I mean, there is nothing working for this man.
And that one's good, Maxey.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Siakam out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Siakam deciding where to go with it. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And again, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Siakam for 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Pass touch by MP. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Benedict Mathurin.
T.J. McConnell.
Up top, Nembhard. He's guarded by Grimes. Kicks it out to Siakam. And the rejection by MP. And another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Here's Nembhard. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Boy, you better expect a steady diet of three-point attempts. Tyrese Halliburton gets beyond the arc.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Here's Siakam. He blocks it again.
Come on, this guy is a blocking machine. He's swatting everything.
And he just tied for the 4th most blocks in a single NBA game. This is history before us. A nice shot by McCain.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin.
There's another block.
He's now tied for 3rd most blocks for a game.
A night to remember for us and for everybody watching. Just a dominating defensive performance. Obi Toppin's checked in for the Pacers. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Bonus checked in. Halliburton with the bucket.
Boy, this guy's been a monster this quarter. His team has needed it.
It's McCain on the wing. Back to MP. Outside, Maxey. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Bangs home the trifecta. MP's got 55.
Boy, bringing tremendous energy right now, and his teammates are absolutely feeding off it.
Halliburton, no good. Philadelphia's gotten the three ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
The Pacers shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Halliburton for 3. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. The 76ers shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable. He blocks it again.
And he ties the all-time record for blocks in a game.
GA defensive dominance on a historic level.
In 1973, the first year they tracked blocks, that was when the record of 17 was born, and that mark now has some company.
Pass to Toppin. Halliburton outside. In the corner, it's Toppin. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Siakam left side. Pass to Halliburton. Toppin, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Toppin's got his second bucket tonight. MP deciding where to go with it. Here's Maxey. Here's Grimes. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
How about the quick trigger off the catch from Grimes? Nice.
McConnell passes to Toppin. Now Halliburton. And Indiana, another 3.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Outside, Maxey. And here's MP for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Boy, it hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
McConnell finds Nemhard. And here's Halliburton. He's covered by Maxey. McConnell in the corner. And Indiana, another 3.
An opportunistic scorer. T.J. McConnell ready in the catch and shoot.
Pass to McCain. Back to MP. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Boy, he is just doing it all right now. And the more the ball goes through the net, the more his confidence grows.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Siakam kicks to Toppin. Outside for Halliburton. Back to Toppin. Yep, that one goes in there. That's now 8 points for Obi Toppin.
Listen, the painted area is where Obi Toppin can be so dangerous. The athleticism and the tools he has, look out.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Halliburton inside the three-point line. And again, it's in.
Boy, when this guy has got his rhythm, he can be tough to guard.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the
76ers with some changes. MP's checked in for Kelly Oubre. Paul George comes in for Gordon. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Jared McCain. Indiana's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Neesmith on the wing. He's paired with Mathurin. Siakam and Jackson make up the inside pair. And it's Halliburton in at the point. So that's the group out there for Indiana. MP passes to Watford. Back to MP. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
MP claps back with that three-pointer.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the 76ers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight, it'll make it 58.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
There isn't much else you want from someone.
Again with...
And you just got to look back at his block total. Incredible.
It is. He's come into this arena, GA, and completely controlled the paint defensively.
The rim protection has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. A game for the ages.
MP outside. Watford passes to MP. Back to Watford. Pass to George. Clock at 6. Fires for 3. And rebounds again.
Collecting yet another board.
He's been everywhere. Just sensational.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Halliburton passes to Siakam. And again, unable to change momentum here. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful